you hear that? The birds are chirping, the sun is shining, like everything is calling you to this video to see these beautiful properties to make this your new home here in Accokeek, Maryland. If you were looking for a townhome that is luxurious, gives you space, doesn't feel like a townhome, and you want to be priced in the 4 range, look no further because we're about to get into that right now. If you're new here, welcome. So happy to have you here. My name is Brittany Stinney. I'm a real estate agent, proudly serving the DMV. Today, I'm in Accokeek, Maryland. Accokeek. I know it sounds weird, but it personally holds a little special place in my heart because I feel like it is such a cool community and it is expanding daily. Now, if you're from the area, you might think Accokeek, you might think country. You're not wrong. It is a little country. It is more trees and more narrow lanes, but it also provides a sense of privacy, great community vibes. You are close to a lot of different things without being like in the heart of it. You're a little bit outside of DC, and when I say outside of DC, I mean like the southeast portion. Think like Audi Field, National Stadium, near that area. You're near the wharf, well, you are near the wharf, but also National Harbor, Maryland. You're near that area. You're on the border of Charles County, but technically in Prince George's County. You're maybe 25 to 30 minutes outside of Alexandria, Virginia. So you're not far from DCA Airport, Reagan Airport. So, I mean, it's pretty beautiful out here, in my opinion. But these homes I'm so excited to show you because they are townhomes like I mentioned, but they're starting in the 4 range. They do get into the 5 range depending on the upgrades that you're looking to do. But I love them because they give you space. And we're actually going to tour 3 models total, but 2 floor plans. So we're going to see the decorated model and then the same floor plan as the decorated model, but a little more unfinished, so it doesn't have all the bells and whistles. And then we will tour another floor plan that is totally different from the first 2. It's a little bit smaller, but still a great amount of space. So both of them have 2-car garages, both in this beautiful community here in Accokeek. And yeah, we don't need to keep talking about it. Let's just see it. But before we do, you want to make sure you don't miss out on anything that we're talking about here on this channel. Today we're talking about Accokeek. Who knows where we're going to be next in the DMV? You want to make sure you don't miss out. If you like the content that I'm bringing to you, it's always helpful to get a thumbs up. Let me know I'm doing the right thing by you all. And if there is something you want to see, let me know. I do read my comment section. I do my best to respond to all of them. If I don't, doesn't mean I don't love you. It just means I missed it somehow. But I do my best to respond. If there's another area you want to see outside of this or something along these lines, but not quite this, feedback is welcome, y'all. That's how we grow. We grow together. But let's take a look at this. Oh, the most important part. Now, if you feel like this is it, you love it, this is where you want to call your home, or maybe there's something else you've seen, or you just want to connect so that we can find out what does work well for you. This sun is beaming on my face. But let's say you're like, Brittany, this isn't quite it, but I want to find what's right for me. Or just see how close am I to home ownership, or I need to sell my house. There's so many options, right? My contact information is on the screen as well as in the comment, or scroll down below. And even better than a call, text, or email, really, if y'all, let's schedule a virtual phone call. And that way we can see each other face to face virtually, right? I can answer your questions in real time and we can get it going for you. I am here to help you along your home journey, whether buying, selling, whatever it is. Let's get it done. Now, like I mentioned, I'm starting to melt, so we're gonna get inside. Let's do it. Okay, so here we are off the first floor. Now this looks a little odd. This will actually be your 2-car garage, count it 2. And that's exciting. I know that may sound simple, but often with townhomes, you don't see that much space. So just imagine this being your garage. And you come up here, we'll go up here in a minute, but I will swing you over here. So you have your front door here, and then you come back this way. All right, so from this garage area, we're gonna walk in here. And you have this living space. So again, just imagine you're just coming home from your work day or whatever. Oh, that was cool, somebody ran in the back. But you have this closet area, kind of like a little mudroom area to me, because I think you could add like a little bench right here or something along those lines. And then you have closet space here. And then we're gonna go here next, but let's just pan. Oh, I love that tile. Look at this bathroom. This is a beautiful bathroom, and not just a bathroom. Let's give this some more light, but it's a full bath. I love the tile that they have here, but let me show you what they have on the flooring as well. It's really nicely done. And now we're gonna keep going here. Oh, you know what? I didn't realize they have stairs here too, so we'll take a look at that. But let's pan around. So you see you have the walkout doors here, the sliding doors. And they already have like a Trek deck right here. And they did tell me that what we'll see above, which is the deck, that is actually standard. So it's not an upgrade, right? So not an additional charge that you're gonna have to handle because it's already built in. All right, let's check out what's behind this door. Pretty sure it's just a closet, but let's see. Oh yeah. Oh, well actually, it's your HVAC and your systems right here. Now just to show you the space from a different angle. All right, let's head on upstairs. So you saw on the other side from the garage, there were stairs too, but we're gonna go up these stairs. Since we're here, let's check it out. Oh, well actually, you get to see both because, so those are the stairs. So you do have this landing here. And if you've been following this page for a while, we've seen a few floor plans like this where you kind of go up the stairs, you have a landing and you go down. So you have two different ways to access or to get in your house, either from the basement, or excuse me, not get in the house, but to maneuver around your house. So either from the basement or from the front door right there. Wow, can you just imagine coming home to this? And you guys haven't even seen the full room yet, but this in itself, I had to take a pause to show this off. And look at that fireplace, coffered ceilings, and the beautiful built-ins right next to it. Oh, I love that. And then if you're not already in love, look at these windows. And the light just pours in. And now again, what I love about this deck is standard, but before we go out there, let me just show you this space. So you have some additional space right here that you could use. We're not gonna be out here long because this Maryland heat is kicking up today, but I did want to show you this beautiful space out here. And you see they have the privacy walls. And again, this is standard. And the width of this is pretty, I gotta be honest, like let me show you just the width of it and I'll come over here actually. Let me just show you a different angle so you can see how wide and long this deck is. It's pretty impressive. And I just love being in this area because people often think you forego space in townhomes, but I beg to differ because you can get some amazing townhomes that you wouldn't even know it was a townhome unless you saw the front. Now we are in an in unit, so you do have some additional lighting on this one particular, but let me just show you this from this angle. Let's take a look at, you have your island, you have some nice outlets on the side, but you even have some cabinet space here. And these are pretty large chairs that they have here, and these are that's 4 chairs, but a good amount of space, beautiful lighting up top. And even this, y'all, the space, like y'all see how much space that is between these two? Like you are not going to be knocking around, you know, bumping into people when you're cooking here. And I love the backsplash choices that they made. Gas stove, which is getting harder and harder to find in this area. And then we'll come back to this area. I'm going to pan over here. And you see you have your dishwasher here. You have a good amount of cabinet space here, a double sink, a really deep sink too. And over here, we'll check that out, but that's going to be your pantry. You have a beautiful, oh, that's really pretty too. This is nice. You don't often see like a tray ceiling here on this floor, but I love that. And these beautiful cabinets here. Oh my goodness. You're not missing out on space at all. There's our beautiful sales rep. I'm gonna give her space. We're gonna come over here. Now you have this little area here, and this is just going to be a closet and a really well done half bath. Show you the space from a different angle. As promised, let's just take a look over here. This is going to be your pantry space. You know what? Oh my goodness, I love that because they already have built-ins. You might hear me kind of talk about wire racks because some people like them. I'm not a fan of wire racks, but I love that they have these built in here. And you can just see like this is actually a pretty deep pantry, so that's nice. Now, as we're heading up to the next floor, I'll say too, this builder, Caruso Homes, is actually one of my favorites in this area because I just love their attention to detail And even this, like, again, as a townhome, you think you're missing out on luxury, but this feels just as beautiful as any of their single family homes that I've toured. Now, primary's here, but let's save that for last. Let's come over here. Show you the hallway. So here, this is gonna be your laundry room. I mean, they have it set up where you could do side by side, but if you prefer stackable, honestly, you have enough space. You'd have to, lose the cabinets, but options, right? We'll come over here. You have bedroom number 1. Now let's come out down the hallway. Let's go into bedroom number 2. Oh, wow. I don't know why. I thought this room was gonna feel small, but then coming in, it just feels really large. And this is probably a full-size bed that they have in here. You could easily get a queen if you really need. Actually, you could get a king. It's just a matter of how much space you want here, but they still had enough space to add a dresser right there. Here you have a nice sized closet. Show you the room from a different side. And then you come out. You know what? Actually, before I even go to the bathroom, what I love about these rooms is the ceiling height. It took me a second. Like I was like, why does this room feel so large? But the ceiling height just makes a huge difference. And you have the windows, like it's just really tastefully done. And then you have this beautiful bathroom. Again, great ceiling height. Like if you're tall, you'll be fine. You will not be hitting your head in this house. You know what? I just had to pause and look at this bathtub tile because the texture. Oh, that's so pretty. That's very unique. I haven't seen one like that before. Would you like this or would this make you go crazy? Let me know in the comments. We'd love to know your thoughts. And shout out to the floor. Tiling is gorgeous. And speaking of comments, we've had a few people in the comments before, which I read and I love it when you guys share your thoughts, but someone mentioned the microphone quality wasn't the best. So I got a new mic just for y'all. You let me know if you can hear me a little bit better now that I have a mic. If you've been around long enough, let me know. If you don't notice the difference, that's fine too. But look at this primary bedroom. Absolutely gorgeous. Now, again, you're on an end unit, meaning you only have a neighbor on one side. So if you have an interior unit, which usually would bring the price down, but you will not have these 2 windows. Even still, with just these 2, I think you would have a great amount of natural light. And if that's not enough, I mean, you have lighting here, you have, 4 recessed lighting, like you're good. And even the ceiling height here, let me show you from a different side because the ceiling actually goes up. All right, so I'll show you the room and then I'll show you the ceiling height. So here we're on the other side and you see how the ceiling goes up. So it's like a slope. May sound simple, but it really does give this room height and it just makes it feel more luxurious. Now over here, you have your closet, but let's swing right here. I was gonna do that first, but look at this beautiful bathroom. Oh, I love the tiling they've used. 2 sinks. You have your separate water closet right here. And then you have your linen closet here. So that's kind of cool. I like that this is tucked away, but honestly, you know what I thought of? Is like if someone's in the bathroom and then, someone else needs to take a shower, you just gotta come in and get the closet. I mean, it's not a big deal. First world problems, right? But oh my goodness, whoever designed this, I just love where they have all these textured walls. They did a really nice job. And you have a bench in here and beautiful tiling. But let me know that, and the tile went all the way up to the top. Sorry, it's the details, y'all. I love it. Let me know your thoughts in the comments. Like just even aesthetic wise, like, do you like how they've decorated this as much as I do? Oh, almost forgot to give y'all a tour of the closet, but we can't do that. Yo, that's a nice size closet. Again, especially for a townhome. I don't know about you all, but to me, this does not say townhome. This says like I live in a home, single family home buyers. And if those terms are new to you, like a single family home versus a townhome, what's the difference? It literally is just a single family home is single, meaning it's not attached to another property. Townhomes are. So that's the easiest way to explain the difference. But this home, even though it is a townhome, it doesn't feel like one because you have so much space. All right, so we have a little more to tour, but I had to just take a second and take this all in because this house is exciting me, right? It is gorgeous. And what's even more impressive about this, so this is the larger unit. They actually have 2 floor plans in this community. And if I'm not mistaken, the representative said we can go check out one of the other ones. So we'll take a look at that. It's not gonna be decorated like this one. So you're gonna have to envision your own items in the property a little more. But I love that this floor plan is not even the largest as it goes. I believe they said starting around 2,400, and there are options to add a loft. So you'd have an additional floor on top of the current floor where we are, and that would put you a little under 3,000 square feet. So I think around 28,000. The other floor plan that we're gonna see is a little smaller, but still gonna be great space. And this one is not just square footage that you want to consider, it's also wider. So this is 24 feet wide. The next one we're going to see is 20 feet wide. So the reason I'm so excited about this is because with the finishes and all these upgrades, and of course, you know, the price point could change depending on what you add to your property, but these are priced in the 4 range, y'all. Now, if you've been on this channel, we've seen things, it's hard, honestly, for me to find things in the 3 range, but we've viewed properties in the 4 range all the way over to $1 million. And so the fact that this townhome, as gorgeous and luxurious as it is priced in the 4s. This one is going to be priced around the high 4s currently. Prices could change. I know sometimes y'all get mad at me because I don't always say the price, and that is because the price could change. So honestly, if you want to know what the current price is at the time that you're seeing the video, reach out to me and I will let you know. But currently, as in June 2026, these prices for this model is going to be in the mid to high 4 range. And it's just gorgeous, y'all. It is an absolutely gorgeous community. And it's located in Accokeek, Maryland, kind of tucked away so you're not in the hustle and bustle of it. Accokeek in general, to me, is expanding by the second. Now's the time, y'all. And they're not finished building. So y'all, the prices only go up. Every time a new phase is released, those prices go up. So if this is calling your name, let's do it. And they also have incentives for move-in ready homes, meaning the home's already built. You're not gonna make any changes or, you know, choose any specific designs or anything like that, but you're gonna get some great incentives because they're ready to sell those properties. If you wanna make that your home, girl or guy, well, you know, whatever, drop it in the comments, say, Brittany, let's go, or hey, let's set up a virtual call and let's figure out how to make this happen for you before these homes are gone, because these are gorgeous. All right, now this is one of them move-in ready, and I think they're still finishing some things here. You're gonna hear a little more of an echo. Actually, they are still finishing. I see some blue tape, and so just try to look through some of the things, right? But this one is move-in ready. This is the same floor plan that we just saw. It is an interior unit, so you will not have neighbors. You will have neighbors on both sides, but I just want you to kind of see what it looks like without all the upgrades. Here's your garage, a 2-car garage. And then we're gonna go up the steps. Now, if you're curious, the model, because I was curious too after walking through and just seeing all the upgrades. I'm like, man, what does this one cost? You know, the one we just toured with all the upgrades, all the finishes. That one all in would be priced at, the model home would be priced at $540. So it definitely goes into the 5s. They start on the 4s, but they go into the 5s just depending on the upgrades and everything you choose. So here you get to see this look a little different. So you might remember the other one had like a patio here. They don't have that as standard. They do have the deck that's standard, but you can see here what you would have. You can always add it. You saw what it looked like, you know, on the other one, so you kind of have a vision of what that could look like. Now this one, if you're curious, this one is currently priced at $514, but they have some stellar incentives right now, including $25,000 towards closing costs. Your system's right here. If you're like, it's a little bit higher, but it's kind of close, hey, let's talk, because between you and I, they're ready to sell these houses. So there are ways to make the numbers work for you, for the most part. You know, not a magician, but we can do our best, right? So you still have this full bathroom right here, which is gorgeous. And then here you have the closet. Now, another difference too between the model that we just saw and this one, you have the hardwood floor in here. It does transition to carpet. You could switch that out. The builder will not, and that's what I want you to see when we say move-in ready, but the builder is not gonna make any additional changes because they've already done all the finishes and everything like that. They will fix up the items that we saw. You know, if you see like blue tape, like right there and right here, those are items that they need to fix, or that they will fix. Oh my gosh, I still love it. Even without all the bells and whistles that the model had. And y'all, with this being interior unit, meaning you have neighbors on both sides, it does not feel like you're missing any level of light. Now don't be fooled by that sign. On the front, it says for sale, okay? You're just seeing the sold side. It's not sold yet. It's ready for you to call home. So you have your pantry here. I'm not gonna go through all the details of this one because we've already seen it. I just wanted you to see what it looks like vacant. Like you still have your fireplace, you don't have that beautiful, you know, design that they had in the model home, but you have a beautiful fireplace, and then you still have that space to add those built-ins, which is kind of nice because you can make it your own. You still have standard, you know, your recessed lightings, a great amount of space here. You have gas stove, swing over here, the half bath. And it's tucked away from the kitchen. I know a lot of people are like, ugh, you know, the bathroom is way too close to the kitchen, but that's tucked away. Let me just show you from this angle. And I love this, y'all, because not only do you have a large island, you have so much space on this side, room to put seating here, a ton of space here, and the cabinet colors are different than what they were in the last model, but I like that we get to see some options. But I mean, look at the width between this. That's pretty phenomenal. Oh, another difference, we don't have the double sinks here, but you do still have a really nice deep farm sink, and I kind of like the singular one. What do you think? Are you guys more team double sink or not? Oh, I love like the pools that they use here. The gold finishes, really nice. Soft close on that. GE appliances. And if I'm not mistaken, I actually didn't look at the appliances in the last one, but I think it was an upgrade. Now this one has this beautiful accent wall. Looks like it still needs some painting, but really nice space. And you have the standard deck. And the flooring here is that white oak flooring, which I love. All right, so here we are. The flooring color is a little different on the steps as opposed to the rest of the flooring, but it gives it a nice little contrast, right? Okay, closet, laundry. Let's go here. Bedroom number 1. And now it might look small, but we just saw in the model home, it's not. Like there's a great amount of space and a great way to use the space. You have bedroom number 2. Then you have your full bath. So this one doesn't have like the fancy tile in the bathtub that I was bringing your attention to, right? So you don't have that, but still to me, pretty well done. And you have different cabinets here with the dark oak, with the gold finishes. And as we go to the primary, you might think, well, Brittany, you know, that price kind of spiked. You said the homes were starting in the 4s, the high 4s, and now that model is $540. Yeah, because that had all the bells and whistles. And that's why I asked, because I was curious, like how much higher would that be? So there are options. And again, that price point is only gonna go up the longer you wait to make this your home. But it's in the mid 5s for all in, actually mid 5s, all in. on the model home specifically. This one is, like I mentioned, around 514, but there are some great incentives to make that number feel better if that still feels a little too high. So what do you think? We toured decorated model and then the same floor plan without all the bells and whistles. Does it still wow you? I personally feel like it does. It still feels like a gorgeous home, still a great amount of space. And now what we're gonna do is we're gonna go check out the smaller floor plan option that they have in this neighborhood and see maybe that's a better fit. Now keep in mind, there are gonna be options in the near future to add a 4th level to this layout, which will give you that loft. It is hot in this house, y'all, so if I'm sweating, I'm sorry. I don't know if the AC's on. But let's go check out this next one and see if this is where you could call your new home. All right, so now as we head over to the next properties, let me add, because I mentioned, closing costs of around, what did I say, 25K? That's what they're offering, right? Which is phenomenal. There's some other options in terms of like a lower interest rate and even some other financing options. So and depending on when you're seeing this, those could change. So again, that's why you want to reach out to find out what's currently being offered for these beautiful homes. But well, actually, let me swing around so you can see what it's currently looking like in this neighborhood. And if you want to jump in on this action before it gets going and those prices go up, you know what to do. You see my contact information, but let me flip this around. All right, so as I'm walking around the neighborhood, just walking down to the new lots, I'm gonna swing around so you can just see the vacant lots. So we were just over there. These are lots going up, and if I'm not mistaken, these right here will have lofts. And then they have some more that are gonna go back there by the trees. And then they have these rows that are already here with quite a few homes that are move-in ready, meaning you won't be making any changes, but the lots are ready for you to call your home. You have the entrance here coming in from the main area, I guess you could say. And then back behind us, you have a well-developed neighborhood with both single-family homes as well as townhomes. So it's a really cool space over here. All right, so here we are in the second layout, right? So this one is gonna be 20 feet wide, so it's gonna be a little slimmer. Right here behind me, you have a 2-car garage. The sales rep is in there now working with the door, but you have a full bathroom right here. Over here you have this closet, which is all your HVAC and everything here. You have this beautiful space.
And me.
All right, hello. And the front door right there. So these are facing a different area than what the house that we just saw. And here's our sales rep, by the way, for the builder. So he's showing us what to do. So you have this beautiful area here. And I love the flooring choice they have here. It does change on the steps. Now this one is, actually let me stand here before I keep talking. Let me show you what this room feels like, because again, it is a little smaller, but honestly, if they hadn't told me, I would have felt it, but I wouldn't have focused on it like I am now, if that makes sense. And this is an interior unit. I know you've heard me say that a lot, but I just want to point that out, meaning you have neighbors on both sides, so the natural light flow is going to be a little different, but again, I haven't noticed where I felt like it was lacking. Now this is different too. You remember in the other one, you went up and over and down the steps. You don't have that option here, you just go up. Ah, still beautiful. So just imagine this with all your beautiful furniture and your pictures and all your decorations, your wall art. You still have this gorgeous fireplace with the option to add some built-ins on the side. You have that beautiful deck. Let me pan around before we go out there. So again, I don't know y'all, like it does feel a little bit smaller, but it doesn't feel small, if that makes sense. It doesn't feel small to me. You still have a good amount of width, well, space here, as well as space there between like the cooking area and the island. Still awesome. I love that. Great amount of wall space here. Still a great sized deck. Privacy wall. Again, this is standard. So no matter what you do with your house, this is gonna be on any model. Come through here, let's check out the island. I love that they have shown us all different paint choices and things, because each model has a different color scheme. But you have a good amount of space here. It is a little more narrow, I'm not gonna lie. Let me not overhype that there's a lack of space. And because there's not a lack of space, I'm not gonna overhype that it feels the same, because this does feel smaller, but it still feels good. Gas cooktop right there. You have the one sink right here. And I will say in this one that we're seeing, because you might have seen me talk a lot about like the pulls on the drawers in terms of like the gold finishes. This does not have that. This is your trash, I think. So yeah, but still nice and still soft close. Beautiful. You have your half bath right there. And they have this beautiful area here that can be used as your sitting area, or you know, really whatever you want to make it, right? Because this is your home. Now the starting price for these are in the low fours, so around $420. This one, if I'm not mistaken, is currently, oh y'all, I'm not gonna quote it because I did forget what he told me that fast. I've looked at quite a few properties, so my brain went blank. It's also the end of the day, but let's walk up the steps. You have carpet on the steps. But if you're curious, if you're like, Brittany, no, I love this one is perfect for me. What is the actual price on this one? Again, because prices, yesterday's price is not today's price. It's definitely not tomorrow's price. So, you know, reach out, let's connect. Right off the top of the steps, you have your laundry area. Let's go ahead and check out the primary. So this one is carpeted. The ceiling height is still high. It's not as grand as the last one that we saw, but still very high. Turn on those beautiful recessed lights. 2 windows, great amount of natural light. Swing over here so you can see. This is a great size room, y'all. Let's check out your primary closet. Great amount of space in here as well. Let's check out the bathroom. Yes, with the floating tub. Sorry, that excited me. That is gorgeous. I love a floating tub, y'all. You see you have your 2 sinks here. Beautiful flooring. Now this is different. If this is a deal breaker for you, I hope it's not. Oh, I forgot. Oh, the tub, and that makes sense. I didn't even realize the shower was gonna be here. I was actually gonna point out that there's not a separate toilet area, if that makes sense. It's just one large bathroom. For some people that doesn't matter, but I just like to point that out. But you have this beautiful shower here as well. So that's pretty gorgeous, but what do you think? What are your thoughts on having the shower? That light's not working, but there is a light. You're seeing a reflection there, but there's a recessed lighting right there. But what do you think about having the shower here and then coming over here and then having the bathtub on this side? I don't know, what do you think? And then, so we come out the primary. Again, your laundry is here, stairs are here. Right here you have linen closet. You have bedroom number 1, or technically bedroom number 2, right? If you include the primary. Now I know everybody wants to know about the closet space, so let's check that out. Okay. Bedroom number 2. Good amount of natural light pouring in here. Now you probably, I would not recommend a king in here. A queen, I think would work. A full would definitely work, full or a twin. Or we can make this into an office space, right? Like, or a Murphy bed. I mean, there's so many options in today's world. They have this beautiful bathroom. So what do you think, guys? We looked at 3 homes, 2 different floor plans. So again, the first one we saw was the all decked out model home. So we saw all the bells and whistles in that home. Then we saw that same floor plan, but not decorated, a little rougher, but really rougher just meaning it just needs some paint and some touch-ups, but all the space and didn't have all the bells and whistles, but phenomenal still and still luxurious. And now we're in this one that is a little smaller by width, right? So this one is a little more narrow as compared to the other one, but still gorgeous in my opinion. But let me know your thoughts. There definitely are differences, but what do you think? Could you call one of these options your home? And if the answer is yes, if you're like, Brittany, let's go, I wanna do this now, let's get it done, y'all. I know I've said it like 10 times, but my comments, let's connect. Let's move on this before you miss out.